And welcome to Pilot Mound, Manitoba here at Blackjack Stewart Arena for this game of the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy Buffaloes U17 program taking on the Notre Dame Hounds U17 program. I am your host, Graham Forsyth. Well, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Graham Forsyth. Joined alongside me is Mr. Cody Wall, and Seth Rock is also going to be joining us as well. This is our pregame show brought to you by Fabricland. Happy for you guys to be tuning in here on this Friday evening, wherever you guys are. It is a cold one out there, so if you chose to stay at home, you made that wise decision and get to watch the game on ASTV. But Cody, starting off, the Buffaloes coming off of a strong weekend last Friday night, having a 4-3 win in a shootout and a 6-1 win in Saturday's matchup, both coming to the Indigenous Sports Academy Eagles. And Notre Dame coming into this game could very well be first in the U17 prep division in the CSSHL after this weekend. They are currently 14-1 right now on their season, second in the prep division. But Cody, just talking about what Pilot Mound is looking to build off of last weekend into this weekend in these three games against one of the top teams in the CSSHL U17 prep division.
Yeah, like you said, Graham, it was a very close game on that Friday night, and then a little bit more in Pilot Mound's favor once it came to that Saturday night affair. Putting a bit of a beating on the Indigenous Hockey Academy there. So I picture that to be a pretty big momentum gain for the Buffalo, seeing that they can get some of that offensive output and able to draw off of some of that offense.
And folks, just want to let you guys know our apologies for how the scoreboard is looking right now. We'll get that fixed up for you guys when this game does get started. But the Buffaloes are out on the ice now. Talking about the Hounds coming in, these two teams have faced each other before, Cody, earlier on this year in the CSSHL showcase that we covered here in Pilot Mound. The Hounds and Buffaloes opened up the showcase, and it was a close one. Pilot Mound only let in 2 goals when their goaltender was in, and let in an empty netter to make that one 3-1. But talk about the Hounds, what they're looking to do better this time against the Buffaloes to get some more separation and potential win for them here in these 3 games.
Yeah, definitely. As you mentioned before, they are a team coming in second in the league in overall points. Really a good overall team. Looking at the standings, they have a couple of guys who are floating in that top kind of 20 in league scoring. One guy I had noticed, Aaron Shanks, I know he is in that top 20 on the CSSHL U17 scoring. And then looking at their goaltending, that's something that's definitely a strong suit for the Hounds. Looking at both Josh Muir and Andrew Chrysler, both are having exceptional seasons for themselves. Andrew is possessing the #1 save percentage for all eligible goalies in the CSSHL for the U17 with his counterpart Josh Muir. He's second right behind him with a .916, and Andrew possessing a .925. And then you're looking at the goals against, Andrew ranked 4th in the goals against category with Josh ranked 7th. So, pretty decent goaltending from this team. And, I think if Pilot Mound's going to have a good chance at having a good opportunity tonight, they're going to want to play a very sound defensive game and kind of if there's any mistakes that the Hounds make, let that kind of come to them.
And yeah, the Buffaloes, like you look at the numbers in their CSSHL play this season, they aren't spectacular, right? 22 goals for on the season in the CSSHL, 70 goals against. But something that we have noticed here as a broadcast crew is that they are getting better in every single area of the game. But looking at it tonight, they're going to be undermanned once again. Izzy Amy, Matthew Floyd, Jack Smith out on forward. They'll be out of this game as they are scratched. Keegan Leach is coming back, which is going to be huge for the Buffaloes, but Kean Hodgins being scratched once again. Just talk about, Cody, this forward group for the Buffaloes, as they'll be looking to step up once again with notable players out of the lineup like Jack Smith and an Izzy Amy.
Yeah, there are, like you said, there are some notable players that are out of the lineup. Jack Smith, he brings a lot of offense to this game when he is in. So he's going to be a notable guy that is going to be missing on the offensive side, trying to add to those 22 goals for. And then, Matthew Floyd, he's a tenacious forward out there, who always trying to, play with some tenacity, trying to make plays out there. And then, Izzy Amy, we're always mentioning him, a guy who is able to generate momentum with the plays off of his body. And, he's definitely going to be in a defensive game like I think this is going to be. That's going to be a notable omission from the Buffalo lineup. Just that body around is something I think they're really going to be missing today.
Yeah, and in these types of games, it's always good to establish a physical presence, especially against a team that has a lot of skill like this Notre Dame Hounds team. And for Pilot Mound, it's going to be hard to replace Izzy Amy, like you said. And I think though, this whole team as a whole can come in and they can really establish a physical presence in his place. And I think if they are able to do that, they got a good chance to be successful here tonight.
And yeah, just looking at the Notre Dame Hounds, looking at the average height here, it does look like they do have a bit of a size advantage on the Buffalo, but often we've seen, though they do lack a little bit in size, they are tenacious forwards and defensemen, always willing to engage in that physical play, even if they are a little bit undersized.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday on the Inside Scoop, but this team is very skilled. They got a lot of guys who can put the pucks in the back of the net, and one of the main things here for Pilot Mound. And I think that's got to be the number one thing on Buffalo's players' minds as well.
Yeah, definitely. And we do know who they're going to be facing in net today. It looks like the Hounds are going to be going with Josh Muir. As I was kind of mentioning, he's a sound defenseman. Just we were mentioning where he was ranked in all the statistical categories. Second in save percentage and seventh in goals against with 285. He is going to be a hard guy to get the puck past today.
Yeah, definitely a very strong goaltender. Can make a lot of saves, and he's going to be one of the players to watch tonight.
Well, boys, I'm back. My apologies there. Had to fix the scoreboard as I nudged it right before we went on. But, I'll let you ask this next question, Cody, because I am kind of lost where we are in this pregame right now. Ask the next question here.
Yeah, so who do you guys think is, for Pilot Mound, going to be a standout player today? We had talked about some of the notable omissions for what type of game we think today is going to be. Who do you think is going to step up?
Well, I'll go first here. I think it's kind of obvious for me, Laz Constant, this team's leading point getter this season. Seth has talked about it so much, and it's so evident that Laz has really stepped up his game as the season has gone along. Not only in the offensive zone, but doing the little things as well in the offensive zone as well, like being hard on the forecheck, getting a good stick on the teammate, or on the opposition there. Laz in this game against Notre Dame, looking to get it going here. He can definitely get under a team's skin as well. Along with his skill set, I think those are kind of going to be the things that could lead to some good success for the Buffaloes when Laz is out there. And they'll be expecting this guy to get it done not only 5-on-5, not only shorthanded, but on the power play as well.
Yeah, and to add on to your point a little bit there, Graham, last week I did notice he started to get some penalty kill time as well. Earlier in the year he wasn't seeing those kind of minutes, but he started to see a little bit of those kind of minutes the last game he was playing. So he's really showing the versatility he has in the game. But yesterday I had sort of talked about Laz Constant as my player to watch, but I guess Graham took him today, so I'll go with somebody different. I'm going to go with Maddox Darienko out there. He's just a guy that they really, really need on the point, and he's done so many good things for the Pilot Mound Buffaloes all year, whether it's in the defensive zone or offensive zone. He's just a very strong defenseman and one of the leaders on this team.
Yeah, definitely two notable players that are going to have a pretty big impact. I know you had mentioned special teams. Looking at special teams, Pilot Mound, their power play definitely is ranking fairly well. in comparison to some of the other teams. They are floating at around a 16%, which is, it's a respectable, a respectable number. One thing I think they'll want to avoid is definitely getting into penalty kill trouble. Just looking at their penalty kill, they are floating at only about 52%. So, and looking at the counter, who they'd be going up against in the Notre Dame power play, they're floating at just under 20%. So, with so far what has been a bit of a subpar penalty kill this year for the Buffalo, matching up against a fairly good power play in the Hounds. Discipline, I think, is going to be a key for the Buffalo.
Yeah, and one thing I did start to notice is you mentioned those penalty or power play and penalty kill numbers. It's Pilot Mountain's penalty kill lately has been very good, especially last weekend against Indigenous Hockey Academy. They were getting shut out on the power play a little bit in that first game, but one thing that was to shine, I think, was their penalty kill. Being able to get to pucks first in their own zone and being able to dump pucks and really not get hemmed in the zone too much on the power play, which is very special for this team.
And I think for sure, the success the Buffaloes are going to have on the penalty kill tonight is going to be paramount because, like you said, Cody, a good power play from Notre Dame. But something that I noticed was Pilot Mound, for the most part in their only matchup between Notre Dame this season, was doing a good job in getting into the lanes. Their forwards really getting aggressive and coming up in the zone to pressure the defenseman and block shots. Going to have to be an aggressive penalty kill tonight from the Buffaloes, but also a penalty kill that knows not when to get too aggressive, running around in the zone, and that might open up lanes. So just being disciplined on that power play, but also knowing when to take your chances, knowing when to be aggressive as well.
Yeah, definitely. That is going to be key. And, we've seen this Pilot Mound team has ranked up very well against some of the higher teams in the standings. That showcase weekend, they were able to, play right up there with some of the better teams that came out to Pilot Mound that weekend. So they do have it in them to have great showings, and hopefully they'll be looking to add a couple points in the standings and wanting to jump up some spots.
Yeah, for sure. And, Cody, it looks like we're getting ready to go here. They're changing some nets out. I am noticing that, which is interesting. I haven't really seen that ever really happen that often. It's been a long time since I've seen this happen, them changing out the nets, but
yeah, looks like they were just having look like they're a little bit older nets that they had out for the warm-up here, and got some better game nets here.
Yeah, that definitely looks like the strategy there, using the not as good quality nets and for the warm-up and bringing out the better quality nets for the game. We're going to get to our starting lineups here for the home team, the Buffaloes. We're going to see Joran Kustermans along with Jade Wendigo and Laz Constant starting up front. On the back end for the Pilot Mound Buffaloes, we're going to see Riel Chartrand start along with Maddox Daryanka, and then in the net, Miles Gordon will get the start for the Buffaloes. And for the Notre Dame Hounds U17 prep program, we're going to see leading point getter Aaron Shanks getting the start up front, along with McLean Cooney and number 9, Nicholas Karksmeyers. And then on the back end, we're going to be seeing leading defensive point leader on their team, Aiden Murray, along with Edward Hood getting the start on the back end. And then in goal, number 1, Josh Muir getting the start as well.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing this contest between those two teams. We know what Pilot Mound can do from watching them all year, and it is interesting to see a good team like Notre Dame come in and see what they can put forth.
We are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back here for the start of the game. This concludes our pregame show here for this matchup between the Buffaloes and Hounds. We'll be back after this quick commercial break. So I had to steal Laz Constant there from this guy. Welcome back, folks, to Mound, Manitoba here at Blackjack Stewart Arena. The Buffaloes and the Hounds getting ready for the first game of 3 this weekend from Blackjack Stewart Arena. Of course, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Graham Forsyth, joined by Cody Wall, the color commentator for tonight's action, and Seth Rock to my far right. The ref is set to drop the puck here, and we are underway here between the Buffaloes U17 Prep Male Program and the Hounds U17 Male Prep Program. Puck is going to be sent into the Buffalo zone to start off this game. Maddox Daryanka playing this up the boards, and Wendigo's going to be there to recover the puck. Kuserman's there, going to get a shot on that. That's going to be turned away by Amir. Puck comes out in front, but that's going to be turned over and taken the other way by McLean Cooney. Past the blue line now, Cooney. In it wide, back in the lineup for the Buffaloes in this game is Keegan Leach after missing both games last weekend against the Eagles. It's going to be up to the point to Hood. Hood, his pass is going to be picked off by Constant. Here goes Last Constant. Coming in, he's going to guard, shoots, and that's going to be wide of the net. Last Constant staying on the puck there. Jade wanted to go there for support. It's going to be Constant going across to Kuserman's. Jordan Kuserman's now. Gets a poke on the puck, gets it taken away though. Now the Hounds elect to just dump it out, and Kartsmeyer's gonna go for a change, getting some fresh set of legs for the Hounds out here early on. That's gonna be passed up to number 10 of the Hounds. He's gonna get closed off in the corner by Nilsson. Racklin Hay tries to get that out, but that's gonna be held in. Keegan Leach now going to send a beautiful pass up in the neutral zone to Sheward. Sheward unable to get that one in deep. And a delayed offside. DeLeon touches it, and that is going to be an offside call, getting a draw outside of the Hound zone.
Yeah, nice pep in the Buffalo step early on in this first period. I know it's only about a minute and a half, but that is a good first shift for them.
Draw is going to be possessed by the Hounds. Number 4 with the puck, taking it up is Davis. Davis gets the puck back now. His pass is going to be off of his own teammate, but they get possession of it back again. He's going to send that up to Zabchuk. Zabchuk gets his in. Zabchuk is going to still be on the puck. He's going to circle back now. He's going to go up to the point to Powell. That's going to be a shot, but a glove save made by Miles Gordon, covering things up here.
Yeah, nice easy save there for Miles Gordon. He was able to see that one right through and able to make the easy save and get some fresh legs out for the Buffalo.
Draw is going to be to the left of Miles Gordon. Draw is going to be won by the Hounds. With a shot is Miller. That one's going to be turned aside by Gordon. Puck in the corner now. It's down low in the Buffalo zone. Behind their goal line, it's going to be Daryanka going to play this off of the glass. And it's going to be played back into the Buffalo zone now. Daryanka going to flip that puck up to Price. Price going to get his pocket pick there by Bates. It's going to be a pass to Miller. Miller going across to Murray. Murray's shot is going to get blocked. And it's going to be taken the other way by the Buffaloes. Sam Takahashi now past the red line, going to dump it in. That puck didn't get too far in the zone as the Buffaloes will get possession of it. Daryanka steps up to hold that in. Aiden Miller now with the puck. He's going to send a pass up to number 7. And now a nice dangle there by the Hounds and a nice shutdown there by Zane Price. Maddox Daryanka on the puck there. And that is going to be turned over. Schneiderman, he's going to have that one blocked. The Buffalo's able to get it out. Edward Hood now going to send a backhand pass to his teammate. And now protecting the puck down low. It's going to be Schneiderman. It's going to be turned over and out of the Buffalo zone. A potential icing on the play, and it is called for an icing on the Buffalo, sending a draw into the Buffalo zone here with 16:26 left in this first period. Score still 0-0.
Yeah, Laz Constant there dropping his stick, maybe slowing him up a little bit, taking off some of the pressure on the defenseman for Notre Dame, and kind of slowed him down a little bit for the icing.
Draw is going to be possessed by Bear. Bears gonna get this one out down the ice, down for another icing.
And looks like Notre Dame looks like they're waking up a little bit here. They are starting to get a little bit more offensive zone time here after Pilot Mound was able to put on a couple of good shifts early on in this first period.
Draws one, and that one was wide of the net by the Hounds. Puck's going to be played up to the point to Karksmeyers. Oh, trying to dangle through there is Davis. Back in the possession of the Buffaloes now. Kusterman sending the pass up to Constant. Constant with a nice play there, banking it off the boards to himself. Playing it back into the Buffalo zone. Having some patience. That puck getting by, and now here's Jade Wendigo chasing down. Wendigo going to go up front to Kustermans, and that one going to be wide of the net. Great A scoring chance there for the Buffaloes, but just unable to handle the pass. Now it's going to be sent in deep by Karksmeyers. Karksmeyers now. He's going to lay that off the boards. Aaron Shank's going to be there. It's going to be played out to the middle now to Karksmeyers, but it's going to be turned over and taken the other way by the Buffaloes. That pass to Constant was unable to connect with him. Now Karksmeyers with some nice patience there, circling back, allowing for his team to break out, but it's now in the Buffalo zone once again. Bo Bannerman going to send a short pass to Carlos DeLeon. DeLeon can have that taken away. McLean Cooney on the forecheck there, and puck is going to be shot out like they were attempting a field goal. It was good, and now we're going to get a face-off outside of the Buffalo zone.
Yeah, a pretty good start for both teams here. Both able to get some early opportunities. Pilot Mound with some early pressure, but Notre Dame's really come back here and established a little bit of pressure themselves.
Notre Dame back on the attack. Cooney going to send a pass to his teammate and number 11, Bugeaud. Bugeaud going to play that up to the point to Powell. Powell holding the line now. It's going to get past him finally. Schlack going to blow a tire in the neutral zone. Gets that to a safe place as he went to Aiden Miller. Nilsson now going to send a pass off the skates of Racklinhay. That pass attempt from the Hounds going to be out of reach for Bugeaud, and that is going to be a face-off draw inside of the Hound zone, an offensive zone draw for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to get a full 10 skaters out there and get fresh legs for both teams here.
Draw is going to be won by Chad Bates. Puck's going to be held in now by Keegan Leach. Here's Dmitry Petrenko. Scored his first goal of the game, or first goal of the season. First goal as a Buffalo last week in that weekend game on Saturday against the Eagles. So congratulations to Dmitry Petrenko once again on that. Taking it on the boards there was Keegan Leach, but the Buffalo is able to get it out. Coming out of the net to stop it up is Muir, but he's going to think twice about that and go back to the net. On the forecheck on Murray is Kustermans. Or no, it was Petrenko. Petrenko going to go off for a line change. Now that puck along the boards. It's going to be Takahashi making a quick short pass to Constant. Constant playing it off the boards to himself. Constant going to do a spinorama pass to the front of the net. Just could not connect with Kustermans. A good job by Notre Dame covering up there. Constant still on the forecheck. Going to get the puck down low. And now it's going to be taken the other way. We're into the possession of the Hounds. Wendigo on that forecheck there for the Buffaloes. It's going to be Zabchuk taking it up. Now Zabchuk, he's going to take a sneaky shot. That's going to be off the right pad of Gordon. Shanks now trying to go to a cover Davis, but he was exactly that, covered up, and the Buffaloes take it the other way now. Constant now with a nice forehand slide under the stick with that dangle. Now it's going to be taken the other way by the Hounds. And now it's going to be DeLeon pressuring up in the zone for the Buffaloes. It's going to be delayed offside for the Hounds. They have to regroup, and the Buffaloes taking it the other way. Racklin Hay jumping up into the forecheck there, but that puck gets poked by him. Icing waved off. Maddox Daryanka back to recover it. It's going to go to Nilsson. Nilsson to Sheward. Aiden Murray going to send it in deep for the Hounds. Nilsson going off the boards to Racklin Hay. Puck is going to be sent into the right corner of Miles Gordon. Now stepping up into the play. We're just past the blue line is Miller. Nilsson going to go across to Daryanka. Daryanka his rim around the boards to Sheward. Unable to connect. Aiden Miller doing a great job of keeping it in here, really holding the line. And the Buffaloes continue to try to break out. They finally get this puck out off the boards. Now here's Aiden Miller coming into the play. His shot going to be turned aside there by the stick of Miles Gordon, and we will get a stoppage and play here. Face off inside the Buffalo zone.
Yeah, just bring it back a couple minutes there. That was a bit of a tricky shot there on Miles Gordon from just the top of the circles there. I almost thought he was going to kind of dump it into the corner and chase, but managed to take a laser of a shot, and Miles was up to the task on that one.
That puck going to be rimmed around the boards. Here's Schlatt. Going to get bodied there by Keegan Leach, and that puck taking a funny bounce off of the glass. Going to be into the Hounds' possession. Bujo now with the puck. Bujo going to go through the legs. Another dangle pass. Leach this time. Puck there and scores. And a goal for the Hounds here to open up the scoring in this game. It's going to be number 18 for the Hounds. And I'm not too sure who that is just looking at the score sheet there, but nonetheless, Cody, it's a 1-0 lead after they bang that rebound home.
Yeah, beautiful play there by Massimilo Monsoon, number 18 for the Notre Dame Hounds. Just able to really, the play kind of broke down in front of Miles Gordon, able to jump on the rebound and able to put it in.
And that was Massimiliano Monson getting the goal there for the Hounds here to open up the scoring. Just over 10 minutes remain in this first period. Notre Dame recently taken a 1-0 lead. Here's another chance in tight, but a nice defensive play there by Wendigo. Getting the stick on a Hounds player. Now it's going to be Davis. His shot going to get deflected through, but the Buffalo's able to get it out. And now here's Lance Constant chasing down the puck. Constant going to pull up, low shot on net, and that's going to be a nice right toe save by Josh Muir. Here comes Chad Bates now with the shot. That's going to be turned aside by Gordon. Puck out of the Buffalo zone now. And now it's going to be Riel Chartrand with it. He's going to go up to Sheward. Sheward with some nice moves to evade the pressure there of a Notre Dame player. Now Buffaloes on the forecheck in the neutral zone. That's going to be gloved down by Aiden Miller in the Hound zone. Miller, his pass up ice is going to be disrupted there by Sheward. Now it's going to be just outside of the Hound zone. Into the Hound zone now. Having some trouble keeping that puck on their stick there is the Hounds. It's going to be along the boards. The Buffaloes unable to get possession of the puck. It's going to be played in by Daryanka, but taking the other way now by the Hounds. Aiden Miller past the red line is going to get a shot on net. Block it away there by Miles Gordon. Canton now in the corner for the Hounds. Tries getting that out in front. Now it's going to be to the point for Miller. That one's going to not be able to get through. Too many bodies in front. Toss up to Sheward. Sheward in the neutral zone now. Is going to get closed off there by Shanks and Panton, but the Buffalo's taking it the other way now. Price with a nice move, and Price on the inside-outside move there. Could not get a shot on net. Leach with a low shot on net now. Going to be turned aside there by Muir. Now puck is going to be played out of the Buffalo zone. 7:45 remaining here in this first period. The Buffaloes trail 1-0. Price now tries to get this one out, and he does. Going to go Aiden Murray playing this one up in the neutral zone, but it's going to be deflected into the Buffaloes bench, and face-off will commence this next time.
Yeah, and it looks like that constant Kustermans and Wendigo forward line is going to be going out there. They've really looked good every time they've been on the ice, the three of them today. They've been able to generate offense and get some shots and get some offensive zone time. So really a line you're going to want to watch today. They've been able to generate so far.
Edward Hood now. He's going to play this in below the red line in the Buffalo zone. Two Hounds players in on Chartrand there in the corner. Some support from Jade Wendigo. But puck is going to squirt out to the right side. It's going to be a nice chip there by Kustermans. Kustermans tries another chip. He goes between the legs with a pass. And now Bo Bannerman going to run into Kustermans there. And it's going to be in the possession of the Hounds now. Aiden Murray taking some time. Reading the play. He's going to play that off the boards to a teammate. It's in the neutral zone now. Parks Myers just past the red line. Going to put a high dump into the Buffalo zone. I saw a pass there to Chartrand. Received that pass from Bannerman. Bannerman with a high pass there. That's going to be a rebound on net. Scores! And Schlatt picking up the garbage. No one there to cover for the Buffaloes, and it resulted in disaster. Now in a 2-0 hole here to start off the game.
Yeah, really, for the most part, I think that they've looked good today, just so far been the rebounds.
Yeah, and Miles Gordon, I think if I feel a little bit for him, I think he wants that one back, just a rebound that kind of bounces out that you don't necessarily like, but yeah, wide open for the rebound there, and then there's a nice goal for Notre Dame.
Schlatt getting the goal there for the Hounds. Putting them up 2-0 most recently. Puck's going to be kept in by the Buffaloes. Emerson Sheward getting this to DeLeon, or in the area of DeLeon. Unable to connect. Baden Powell going to be pressured there by Carlos DeLeon. Baden Powell going to play this up into the neutral zone for McLean Cooney. Cooney, his pass to Milano. Ends up getting the shot on net. In behind the Buffaloes net, now out in front in the slot to Milano, but covered up nicely that time by the Buffaloes. Going to be off the boards there. The Buffaloes with possession of it. Leach going up to number 12 in Zane Price. It's going to be in the Hounds' possession now. Murray got that up to Schneedemeyer. Keegan Leach now battling down low with Shanks. Has his stick tied up. And the play is now into the neutral zone. Zabchuk now coming in. He's going to go wide. He's going to get past Leach. Going to send that out in front, but getting a stick in the lane there where the Buffaloes disrupting that pass. Puck's going to be sent off of the glass and into the Notre Dame zone. Sam Takahashi. Good forecheck there from him as he takes on multiple Buffalo Hounds players at the same time. Constant in now, protecting that puck. He sees no options. He's going to send it down low. Shanks going to play this around the boards. It ends up on the stick of Zabchuk. Zabchuk going to go below his own goal line now. And he's going to flip this puck out. Bo Bannerman going to send this one in. Aiden Murray getting the stick on it there. Knock it down. Aiden Murray now going to send a backhand out. No icing on the play. We're approaching the final minute of this period now. Shortly, actually, with just under 4 minutes remaining in this first period. It is a 2-0 lead for the Hounds. And they lead in the shot advantage as well at 10-4 at this point. It's going to be Karksmeyers. He's going to fan on that shot. He's going to fan on another one, but he's still going to have the puck. Karksmeyers now, he's going to shoot. That's going to be a glove save, turned aside by Miles Gordon. Bugeaud with a shot that's going to be turned aside by the glove of Miles Gordon. Edouard Hood now going to shield the puck from Last Constant. Constant still on pursuit, but getting away from him was number 4 for the Hounds. Sent down for an icing, and we'll get a draw inside of the Hound zone.
And a good play at the blue line by Karksmeyers. Sorry if I get that name wrong to everybody watching here, but he fanned on the shot twice, but was able to recover after he fanned the second time. Was able to make a nice move and get a shot on net.
Draws to the right of Josh Muir. And gonna get a quick whistle, so we'll do it again. Carlos DeLeon not winning that draw cleanly, but it's in possession of the Buffaloes. DeLeon getting a tip on the shot there. Unable to find the net, however. It's going to be flipped out to McLean Cooney. Cooney unable to receive it cleanly. He tried his best by batting it down with a glove. It's going to be sent into the Hound zone. The Buffaloes on the attack. Davis now behind his own net. Gonna have some room to play that to number 17 in Schlatt. Schlatt up to Cooney. Cooney with a spinorama pass back to Schlatt, but he's unable to cradle that puck in the Buffaloes' corner now. And now a nice play by DeLeon, but he's unable to get it out as he took that one away. It's going to be Aiden Miller now coming in, and that's going to be off of the helmet of Miles Gordon there. And the Buffaloes able to get it out of the zone and get some fresh legs on the ice for themselves. Now Powell going to play that up to number 17 in Schlatt. Schlatt past the blue line. He's going to play that deep into the Buffalo zone, continuing on the pressure. Baden Powell going to send that deep into the Buffalo zone. And now Sam Takahashi closed in there on Monson. And now it's going to be sent into the Hound zone. Coming up on just a minute remaining here in this second period. And now it's going to be Baden Powell coming in. Baden Powell coming to the inside. He gets a shot, rebound there, and oh, what a chance there for Ryan Zabchuk. He's unable to get that rebound on net. That's going to be tipped wide of the net. 1 minute remaining here now in this opening period between the Buffaloes and the Hounds. Keegan Leach trying to stand his ground here in the corner against number 2. The Hounds, that pass, tried going up to Constant. It's going to be turned over by Monson. Picking that off, but going to be an offside on the play.
Yeah, and Constant sounded like he was getting a little frustrated there. That's one thing you don't want to let happen too early, is get too frustrated in a game that's still close enough. Anything can happen with that next goal.
Now it's going to be a tie-up on the draw, and it's going to be possessed by the Hounds there in the Buffalo zone. Going to be played down low to a wide-open Karksmeyers. Number 7 on the puck now in Schneiderman. That pass going to be sent into the skates of Constant. No icing on the play. Edouard Hubert to pressure Constant. And now getting by Constant now is Schneiderman. And now Schneiderman coming in. Schneiderman going to go across. Down low to Hood. Hood going to play this around the boards. And the buzzer going to sound. The horn going to sound. And we are going to be done after 20 minutes here. After this first period, that concludes it. 2-0 for the Hounds. They lead after the first 20 minutes. 12-4 in the shot category as well. But boys, just, looking at this, the period there from the Hounds, what impressed you guys the most about that first period?
Yeah, they it looked like they came out that first couple minutes a little bit flat-footed, maybe wasn't able to match Pilot Mound's early pressure, but as the period went on, it did look like they were able to start kind of ramping it up and able to put the pressure on the Buffalo.
Yeah, definitely. A pretty even start, I'd say, just as you had mentioned there, Cody. But yeah, definitely near the end of that period, the Hounds started to get a little bit more pressure, and they were able to get the 2 goals because of that pressure.
And, we'll talk about one more thing and then send it to a commercial break here for our first period. But, Seth, the little things from Pilot Mound, like covering the guy in the slot, I'd say it's a pretty big thing. Those 2 goals in the high slot on the last one, they had no man on them. And on the first goal by the captain Monson for the Hounds, no one took their man there in getting Monson. Just talk about, the little mistakes, the little breakdowns from the Buffaloes, how that costed them in that period.
Yeah, and you'd like to think they're just little gaffes too, because this Buffaloes team is normally really good in front of their net, often having guys, really block those in those areas to block those pucks at most times. But and this wasn't the case for the first 2 goals, and just a little bit more fine tuning, and I think the Buffaloes will be able to come out and have a more stronger period in the defensive zone.
Well, definitely need a stronger period by the Buffaloes if they want to get back in this game here quickly. Down 2-0 after the first 20 minutes. Of course, the Hounds going into the second period with a 2-0 lead, also up in the shots by quite a bit right now. We'll see what Pilot Mound has in this next 20 minutes, but we're going to send it to our first commercial break of this broadcast. Well, one of our first commercial breaks of this broadcast by Caisse Financial Group. Coming up after the commercial, we're going to have some first intermission interviews for you guys as well, so stay tuned for that.
Welcome to Pilot Mound Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
Graham Forsyth here, reporting live from Blackjack Stewart Arena during this first intermission with rookie forward of the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy U18 Female Prep Buffaloes, Haley Honocki. Haley, your first year in the academy this year, you were playing in the MFHL last season with the Yellowhead Chiefs. Just talk about, what warranted the switch for you to play for the Buffaloes this season.
Well, it was mostly just like the driving and being like far away from where I was playing, and I like being on the ice every single day here, and I just like the schedule a little bit better because we have school and then we can go straight to the rink and go to the rink whenever we want. The gym's here all the time, so just a better program, I guess.
Obviously a huge thing for players is getting to be on that ice consistently, having the facilities available to them like the gyms. And, of course, you guys see a lot of each other every single day. What's that been like? Being with this team, constantly, what the bonding's been like?
You feel like you know these girls for a lot longer than you have. Like, I've only been here for 3 months, and I feel like I've known these girls for my whole life. So you get to know each other pretty well, and sometimes it translates on the ice, and sometimes it doesn't, so... at least there hasn't been any huge fights yet, so...
That's a big bonus when there's no huge fights. Knowing that you guys are a pretty close, tightly knit group here so far this season. You coming in this year, you're a good goal scorer. You can shoot that puck. But for those of, the viewers at home who haven't really had a chance to watch you much, what type of player is Haley Honocki there out on the ice?
I'd like to say I'm a pretty two-way player, and I can play in the defensive zone and the offensive zone, and I'm not a bad scorer, I guess, and I can back check pretty well, and I don't know, just an all-around player.
You guys played today. We're not going to get into that loss. I was told not to. It might make the academy look bad, of course, but for the rest of the weekend, what's going to be the plan for the team? Who your next opponents are?
Well, we are playing my old team tomorrow, so that's kind of scary. But hopefully just get shots on net and try our best. And then on Sunday it should be a pretty good game, I think.
Who you guys playing Sunday?
We're playing against Interlake, so I think it should be good. We haven't played them before, though.
Yeah, so what's that going to be like, playing against your former team? Of course, you put it as scary.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them all today, and they were all watching me, and it's just a little bit nerve-wracking because I did leave there. So I don't know. I'm friends with all of them, so I don't know. It should be good.
Yeah, I feel like, as you get the game going, the nerves will be out, and, you'll just get to play in your game, that good two-way game. Well, best of luck going up against one of the best teams in the MFHL this season so far in the Yellowhead Chiefs, and also on Sunday against the Interlake Lightning. Haley Honocki, rookie forward for the Pilot Mound Hockey Academy U18 Female Prep Buffaloes. We're going to send it to another commercial break here on this edition of ASTV Productions coverage of the Buffaloes U17 Male Prep Boys program going up against the Notre Dame Hounds U17 Male Prep program.
All right, guys, make sure you watch that coverage out there.
Speaking of coverage, you guys got supplemental insurance?
Who is this guy?
No one can cover
thing.
Yeah, it's so pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to build a new broadcast.
Well, we got the interview though good, right?
Yeah, the interview will be there. You want to hit stop on that thing, Seth?
Yeah,